Good morning, this is Robin Bieber on the Products Spread Talk on the 18th of May at 8:15 in the morning London time. And the first chart we're going to look at will be heating oil June-July. We can see here that it's had a good move higher. It shrugged off the dip a bit like the flat price towards the end of last week on Wednesday, Thursday, and it's pushing on higher as evidenced by the stochastic, which has flipped back positive again. But this area, 332, minus 332, the 50% correction point, is proving a bit of a problem for it, but it's up there testing it again today. If it moves and closes over 332, it's got 100 points to go, higher up to minus 235. Meanwhile, so long as it holds the 5 and 8 day moving averages between minus 366 and 375, it's in good shape and should run higher. But it must get over that 332 level. The June deck is now pushing up above minus 1570. If it stays over this minus 1570, which was its target from the push higher on Thursday, then it will have a target to 1269. In other words, some decent upside. It must hold 1570 for that immediate upside to be valid, but so long as it doesn't close below the 5 day moving average at minus 1703, it's in good shape. And the deck red deck is also pushing a little bit higher. It's now got over this minus 1400 zone, which had been a real bugbear for it for 5 days previously here. I mean, those 5 days in a row in the middle of last week. Now it's pushing higher, and so long as it stays over the 55-day moving average at minus 1426, it should run up into the sort of the minus 1200 area and maybe even higher. So it's looking pretty good so long as it stays over 1400, minus 1400. Now we move on to our RBOB structure. Doing pretty well. Held the 5 day moving average very well on Friday, punched above the 8 day, and it now has a target to minus 68, valid whilst it holds the 8 day moving average at minus 155. The stochastic is trying to move back positive, and that would support it if it does. But whilst it's above the 8 day, it should head to minus 68. And on the June deck, doing well, it's above 801. This is a key 50% correction point. If it can stay over 801, and it's had problems here before, this is the first, it hasn't closed over here yet, got close to it on Friday. This would be the first time if it closes over 801 that it's done so in this ramp up. And if it stays over 801, it has a target to 1350. In other words, there's some upside developing, and it's got a nice positive stochastic again. And on the deck red deck, a good performance, and whilst it's over minus 560, it has a target to minus 423. A move and close over 423 would take us up to minus 215. It must stay over minus 560, the 8 day moving average, to maintain the upside. The stochastic has not quite moved positive yet. Now moving on to gas oil structure. The front spread, June-July, doing pretty well, printing minus 1150, which is exactly where the correction point comes in. If it can move and close over 1150, it's got $3 to go up to about minus 850, 875, 850, the 50% correction point. This minus 1150 is going to be a problem for it, so be careful there. 5 day gap far too wide. Upside momentum maintained whilst above minus 1250, but don't rule out the odd gap, the odd dip lower because of the 5 day gap. And on the June deck, it's punching above this critical minus 4025 level correction point. If it stays above there, it's got some upside, probably to at least minus 35, 34 area, and then maybe 2850. It must stay over here. Its stochastic has moved positive, but the 5 day gap's a little wide, so don't be surprised by the odd attempt to push lower today, but it's looking good for the moment so long as it stays over minus 4025. The deck red deck has run up above the 34 day, having held the short-term moving averages on Thursday. It closed over the 34 day on Friday, which was good, and now it's hitting its target at minus 39.75. A move over there would suggest a run up to about the mid-20s, i.e. 25, minus 25, that area. We can fine-tune that for tomorrow if we're over the 55 day. But this minus 39.75 is going to be a problem for it. So be careful there. It's looking a little bit too much too soon. So don't be surprised by moves lower, temporary moves lower to test the resolve of the bulls. That's all for today, folks. Good luck, good trading, and bon appetit.